This is a video tutorial to show how to take a photograph, turn it into an oil painting, and leave the portrait or other objects in the scene in the original as the original photographic image. So you're selectively placing the portrait in a way it's creating the image of putting a person or an object in a oil painting, and then a little bit of titling. So if you'd like to learn how to do this, it's done in Adobe Photoshop. We'll use this image here. Okay. We'll apply one of the things about converting an image to a oil painting is you want to have some good contrast. This is not the best photo. Might have been taken with a cell phone. Doesn't have a lot of good color or contrast. So we just want to apply a few adjustments to this layer. Now you could do it in layers. We're just going to do it to the layer, to the original layer itself. So you want some good contrast. Hue and saturation is probably one of the best ones to use to create the effect. Here we have blue, mostly cyan, so we'll adjust the cyans. It's based on the content of the image. So here it's starting to get a little contrast. You see those clouds here sticking out a little better. And then you can adjust the little bit of the suit area. Again, just trying to create some contrast. We had some green, a little bit of green in the trees. Try and get those. It's not really all that detectable, but when it's using the algorithms to convert the picture to an oil painting, you have a lot of detail there that's useful, that isn't actually readily apparent. Okay, and last, try some vibrance and saturation. Okay, it's probably good enough. The next step would be, well, maybe I'll do exposure yet. Maybe crank that down a little bit. Slight on the gamma. Don't want it too dark. Alright, that's, I don't know if I didn't change it that much. Something like that. That should create an interesting effect. Duplicate this layer. You right click, duplicate layer. We'll call this layer oil painting. Now we'll apply the oil painting effect under Stylize, Oil Paint. And so you see right away we're getting this really interesting oil painting effect that's only happening because of all the other work we did before we attempted this. This isn't too bad. A person could just stick with this, but you can adjust these to your personal preferences. Because this is, of course, the face and the body image are all distorted, but we're going to be preserving those. The area we want to look at is the sky, the trees, and how realistic of an oil painting effect we want to create here. Again, it's just personal judgment. This is the light. You can really adds, all of these can be adjusted to create more or less an oil painting effect. And just experiment with what you like. Okay, we'll stick with that for now. I'm going to just do another adjustment layer. Something like that. Just subtle changes. Okay, you guys, smart up. No barking. Oh, I'm just kind of losing it here a little bit. Okay. Not too bad there. Not too bad. Okay. Go back to here. There's two ways you can do it. You can either brush in the portrait or you can brush in everything else. So I'm going to show you how to just bring in the portrait, leave the oil painting alone. So we're going to work on the oil painting layer. So you select that, create this mask, and then you go and select a brush, pick a size. You want a hard round press size, something like that. 40, maybe a little bigger. 75, even a little bigger. 100 maybe. And then you just you want opacity 100%, and you just literally just draw over top to bring out the underlying image of that photo. It's a little too underexposed though, unfortunately. I'm not getting enough detail. So I could, if I were to redo that again, I'd get a little more detail, more exposure in the portrait. And if you want to bring the poles into the image, down there, you see the logo coming out on the poles. And that just, what it does is just brings the portrait, the photograph underneath, it brings it through. Maybe brightness, contrast, maybe try, see if we can do anything there. I almost have to do like a dodge on the image. There's really not much I can do here. That helped a bit. That's actually not too bad. We can try a little dodging. That helps a little, I think. Without getting too carried away. And that's basically it. Now we can put a frame around here. First, I'd like to size this for, let's say I wanted to print it. In this case, maybe I want to do a, let's see here. Just want to darken it a bit. Yeah. Okay. Try and lighten these shadows again. Just a little bit. There. I just step back a bit. Okay. I'm just going to stop there because it's taking too long. And so I wanted to make this a 16 by 20 print, and I want to put a border around it. So first thing I'm going to do is adjust the image size. So the final width would be 20, but I want a 2-inch border around both sides. So 2 inches on the left, 2 inches on the right, that's 4 inches. 4 inches from 20 is 16, right? And then this will be 12. So I'm also going to have 2 inches on the top and bottom. Okay, so we're resizing that now. Now we want the size the canvas, and now we're going to go to the 20 by 16, and you'll see how this is pre-sized for printing. Okay, and I used a black background. Then we add a box. You want to add a shape with no fill, which is showing up here, and just draw a box around there. We'll increase the box width considerably. Maybe a little more. Oh, that's a bit much. Something like that. Okay. Now we'll change the color. We'll pick a color from inside. Oh, maybe something like what? The blue there. This blue here. So that's the blue I just picked. Okay. Maybe we can add a white border. I don't know, maybe put something right there. Whoops, that did not work. Okay, try again. White border. Something really screwed up there. Okay, now we'll go with white this time. Okay, and I'm going to so this rectangle, this is my last, everything's layered, so this is the last one. You do it on Windows, it's Control T. Control T allows you to resize and move it around. I'm just going to tuck that up to there. It's also way too thick, so I mean, this is all just personal preference, how you want to. It doesn't look too bad, but then you click that to apply the change. Then you can go back and then reduce the size, something like that. Okay, so it could be improved even more. Then you can just add some text here and write whatever you want in whatever font you want. Kimberly, BC. Okay. Something like that. We'll change the color. Okay, maybe we'll use, let's see. There we go. I just picked a color again from the image. So that's the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it.